we're having an epidemic of traumatizing families right now. If you look at like every other area of health, like any other outcome, cancer, everything's doing well. Like everything's so much better. Like you can literally have your heart not work. Like your heart can stop working and they can literally put a new heart into you. Except mental health is just completely terrible. Like depression is going up, anxiety is going up. I think like 1 in 5 boys and 1 in 3 girls are like sexually assaulted before the age of 18. 30% of like women over the age of 30 are on psychotropics. Um, bro, it's like I think 25% of like people over the age of 18 have a mental like health diagnosis, like disorder. It's just like it's not working. Like that's the only part where we're just like getting completely fucked. And that's why like it's so important to understand this stuff and so important to like actually do this in your life. Because like we are the only people who can do anything about it, you know? Like it's just in our hands. And so yeah, basically I've thought about this a lot because I have a complex PTSD, which is basically like from childhood trauma. It like causes a lot of fucking issues, as you could probably imagine. And it just like makes life like very annoying or like frustrating or like more difficult than it has to be. You know what I mean? And it's a really big issue because this is like a pattern I see in my family. But like if somebody has like a traumatizing grandparent, that means that their parents were traumatized, which means that they're going to be traumatized too. And if they don't do anything about it, guess what? Their kids are going to be traumatized. And then it just like cycles and cycles and cycles until this is what we have right now. A society that's just completely fucked. And nobody's addressing this stuff because like, I don't really know why, honestly, but nobody's doing it. So yeah, I think it's up to us. And like, it's definitely not easy, but if you can identify as someone who like, oh, I went through some shit, like my parents beat me or like yelled at me a lot or whatever, you might have to deal with that stuff so you can like stop it. I think it's like kind of a pretty big source of pride to be able to like take all this generational shit and just like fucking stand there and stop it so that your kids don't have to deal with it and you just like put your foot down and then like the rest of your generation's good, you know what I mean? Because like it's just no way to live to keep like perpetuating this stuff. And that's why I think self-improvement is so important too, because like we need more people to be on self-improvement. We need more people to be like improving themselves and making society better because this shit is just not going well and it's no way to live. Like I'm so grateful that I was able to even like understand what complex PTSD is and like how my traumatic past affected me, because at least I have the opportunity to do that. But like, yeah, I mean, a lot of people just don't even know, and a lot of people like, even if they might be able to know, they have like no chance of doing anything about it just because of their situation. So if you're in the position where you can watch this video and you can like understand what I'm saying and you have like the ability to improve yourself and the ability to work on mental health and work on your like some traumas you've been through or whatever, that is so important, like so important, because yeah, it's just like it's literally the only way we're gonna get out of this. So yeah, I'd say if you identify with that a little bit, which is I think it's a lot more common than you think. People are really good at hiding it. Like, yeah, people are just really good at hiding it, and like, it's not something people talk about very openly. A lot of people don't talk about this stuff, like their mental health stuff. But if you identify with that, just first of all, you're definitely not alone. Like there's so many people who are going through stuff, and like I think it's at least somewhat helpful to understand like you're not the only person who's like going through that, no matter how like shit you think your situation is. And a book that really helped me was Complex PTSD by Pete Walker. Basically, like if you have any type of traumatic stuff, or like if you have any type of mental health, like if you have a diagnosis for depression or anxiety, 9 times out of 10 it's just trauma, and it's complex PTSD actually, because complex PTSD is usually misdiagnosed as like some type of depressive disorder. It could even be like OCD. Some of these things can co-occur, but like I'd say most of the time it's probably complex PTSD. So if you like at least give the book a read, or just like look about it, think about it for a little bit. It's called Complex PTSD by Pete Walker, and it's just a cracked book. Like it's really helpful. Yeah, and then self-improvement too, because like the only way I would have even learned about this stuff or be able to like actually put it into practice is because I've been doing self-improvement for a while. So like I have the skills to be able to like improve myself and like put these things or bring these things into my life, the things I learned. Um, and yeah, honestly, yeah, good luck with that. I hope that's helpful and have a good one. Peace.